You may not recognize our guest, but boy, is she famous. Julie is talking to the lady who is said to have the largest TV audience on the entire planet. Maybe she'll tell us her secret, Julie.
I don't know. Maybe she will, and then maybe she won't. Nevertheless, America's Yue-Sai Kan is the most famous woman in China, and every Sunday about 400 million people gather around the TV set to watch her show. It's called One World. First of all, you're here to talk about a perfume whose name is, your name is going to be behind it.
Well, this is not my perfume per se.
Right.
It's called Xia Xiang.
By Charles of the Ritz.
Yes, and it is inspired by China. About a year and a half ago, Charles of the Ritz came to me and said that they wanted to create a perfume
Can I smell
based on the allure, on the mystery and the romance of China, and wanted me to help them. And this is the launch, and you're going to be seeing it at Penny's. We're launching at Penny's this next
I'm having trouble getting the top off.
3 days. I hope.
I can smell it right through the
You
bottle.
see, you know why? Because the seal is actually a perfume.
Ah.
You know, it's the first time it's ever been done. You know, when you buy antiques in China,
Yeah.
there's always an authentic. How do you call it? If it is authentic, it has a seal on it.
Right.
But this whole bottle is actually a copy of an antique snuff bottle.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that they would want you to help plug their perfume, because you're like the Johnny Carson of China, but you're the only one. It's really terrific what you've done. Now, you are American.
Yes.
And you started in TV here, and actually you have a program looking east on cable channels here.
Yes, I have a show that is aired around the country on about 800 stations. But China is, you know, there's a saying that the hero makes the time, or the time makes the hero. I think it's both. You know, I happen to be the right person at the right time, and we have designed a show that is to show the world to the Chinese people. And you know, the Chinese people really know very little about the world.
Let's take a look at the tape so everybody can see exactly what we're talking about.
We found people of widely varying social and economic backgrounds engaging in common pursuits and striving towards the same ideals of happiness and success. It is one world, after all. Of course, there are also programs in which we covered not specific countries, but rather the worlds of make-believe, of artistry, and creativity. The magical.
Ni hao, everybody!
Can't you speak Chinese?
Well, just a little tiny bit.
And the musical.
The show is in English and in Mandarin.
Yeah.
And,
2 versions.
And it reaches 400 million people.
Actually, the English version is slightly less, about 80 to about 100 million people. But the Chinese version really is large.
You visit all of those places in the show.
Yes. Since I'm the host, you know, and I'm the executive producer, so I take my camera crew and my producers, and we really went to all these places. It really is a systematic look at the world. I really wanted to do something for them, or towards their modernization.
What is it about America that you wanted to tell them?
We have given them, actually you saw a little bit of that, we have given them Kermit, for instance. So I wanted to tell them that there is something called the Muppets, which is really the most important thing in terms of puppetry.
But I read that you didn't want people to think that this was just a rich country with people spending a lot of money.
That's right. We did a program about this land being a land of immigrants, that we really have to work hard for what we get. You know, there is a Chinese word for America. It calls it Jinshan. Jinshan means golden mountain. You know what that means? It really means that you come to this country and you can just actually go to the mountain and get gold. I mean, it is unbelievable, and they don't realize that every success that we have earned, we really earned it most of the time in the old-fashioned way.
You must have really been stunned when the People's Republic of China said, we want you to do a show and bring the world into China. You must have thought, well, what are my parameters going to be? Are they going to be censoring everything?
That's really the interesting point. They never told me what I could not produce and what I must produce for them. Never once did they say that. Now, of course, with our gratitude, along with the gratitude, we had a very big problem because we had no guidelines, we had no mentors. every step had to be experienced by us. And after all, it's communist country. You know, media had always been a propaganda tool. And it was the first time an American, a foreigner, to produce for them an original series without any ideological undertone. It was really unbelievable, and I give them a lot of credit because it really signals that they really want to open themselves up and really want to take a look at the world as the world is.
Good luck to you. It's been a pleasure having you here.